Hey guys, yes, this is a long-awaited update. Sorry it's still my webcam. I still haven't figured out how to use my camera and how to upload the videos onto this and then how to put words in it and blah blah blah. So that's my goal today, is to figure out how to do it. But I wanted to update you guys. So, it's like 6:40 in the morning here, but I was supposed to go into work today, and then they called and they told me that I don't have to go in because they canceled me, which kind of pisses me off because I need money and I need to save up my hours so when the baby comes, but whatever. Okay, so I wrote down things that have been going on. I don't think I've updated you guys since I was like 13 or 14 weeks. So, yeah, I am now 23 weeks and 5 days today. It's been a roller coaster. I've had a lot of things go on and everything has happened so quickly. So this is kind of what happened since then with my medical stuff. My doctors kept thinking that I had some kind of infection in my kidneys or something happened with my kidneys. I was actually in the hospital after I talked to you guys again for 7 days so they could try to figure out what was wrong with me. They never figured it out. So finally when I left the hospital I said, you know what, I'm just going to do it myself. I'm going to try to figure this out on my own because usually that's what happens with me. Doctors never figure anything out and I always have to do it on my own. So finally I said, let's go the all natural method, see if that works. So I tried acupuncture, chiropractor, and a physical therapist. So first I started with the acupuncturist. I went there and she did a few things. She said, yeah, you're definitely inflamed in these areas where my ribs, it's right below your breast. Like if you were to go right under your breast and follow it back, it's right on the left side, right there, in those ribs right there. You kind of feel them bulging out a little bit. And then on my right side, it also has been kind of bugging me too lately. But so I finally went to an acupuncturist. She's like, you know, I think you need to go to a chiropractor because I think you have some ribs popped out of place. And I'm like, oh, okay, well that makes sense because if I'm in a lot of pain. So I went to a chiropractor that only does pregnancy chiropractic, and I went to her, and she was really cool and really nice, and I really enjoyed working with her. And I'm still going to her right now, but I did have 5 ribs popped out of place. And then I also started going to a physical therapist. So I started going to a physical therapist, and everything started to get a little bit better. And then I stopped going to everybody, which was a huge mistake. I should have kept going. So about a week and a half ago, about 3 weeks ago, I stopped going. So about a week ago, I started going back again to everybody because it started getting really bad again. So I went back, and I can't do any x-rays or anything like that yet because I'm pregnant, obviously, so I can't do any of that. But they think that I have a fractured rib on my left side. And, excuse me, what's happening is that my right side is trying to compensate for it, and it's pulling, so my left side is really weak right now, so my right side's trying to, you know, build up muscle and pull for it, so my right side's starting to hurt me now. So, yeah, but I'm wearing a belt. I'm not wearing it right now or else I'd show you guys, but I'm wearing like a little belt around my ribs area right there, and I also have like a really tight sports bra that I wear, and it holds everything in place, so that helps. But it hurts my boobs, so I kind of have to really watch what I'm doing, because if I do it too much, then it hurts my boobs and then under my, you know, up on top of my belly, excuse me, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, so that's what's going on with that. So, I'm feeling a lot better, and everything is going great. So, my symptoms for this week have been, I am really tired. I have been tired since I've been tired the whole pregnancy, I would say. It's gotten better since the beginning, obviously, but the past week or two I've been so tired, and I think part of that is because I can't sleep. I cannot sleep worth crap. And my doctor told me to take some Benadryl or some Unisom. I did try the Benadryl, but I have to take a large amount. Okay, something's wrong with my body because medication does not work on me unless I take large amounts of it, okay? I'm like the smallest thing in the world, and medication is like whenever they give me pain medication or medication is this or that, I always have to have it in large freaking doses because it never works. So my body is just so tolerant to those things. So I went to Sprouts and stopped the Benadryl and got some melatonin, and that's worked a lot better. But last night I only got like 3 hours of sleep because I was so worried that I wouldn't wake up for work in time, and I'm like on the fritz with my job because I'm just going back from short-term disability. Like this was going to be my first day back since all of this has happened. So yeah, it kind of pissed me off when they called me 30 minutes before my shift and said, oh, we're going to cancel you, and usually it's 2 hours before and they have to give you that courtesy, but obviously that didn't happen. So other stuff, I'm feeling nauseous again this week, which really sucks. But I have Zofran pills that I've been taking because I can't let it get out of control again to where I have to use that icky pump. So I've been doing that. I've been cranky sometimes, but I get out of the crankiness real quick. Like if I get cranky for like maybe an hour and then I'll snap out of it real quick, or I'll get really emotional for a few minutes and I'll snap out of it. It's not like for a whole day or for this or for that. I can snap out of stuff real quick. Like the pregnancy has actually been a really big relief to me and my husband because I have never been this, like during my periods I am a total biatch. It's just awful how my periods work. I am just freaking awful 2 weeks out of the month, and it really put a strain on our relationship for a while because of that. And this pregnancy has been amazing because I mean, I still get cranky like regular, women do, emotional, but it's nothing like my periods, and it's been a blessing. So it has just been really exciting in that. And my endometriosis has actually been so much better since my pregnancy. I haven't had any problems with it at all. So that's been really exciting, and it's been awesome. Another thing that's happened, sorry I keep looking down, but I have a pad down here because I wrote a few things down. I started having contractions when I was 20 weeks, and I had to go in and get monitored for a while. So they determined that the contractions weren't anything big. They sent me home, and then about 2 weeks later I started having, so actually last Tuesday I started having contractions again. And I woke up, and they weren't really like the ones before where my stomach would tighten and loosen and then tighten and then loosen. It was actually just pain. So I went into the triage area, and they checked me, and they actually had to give me terbutaline, which is, I don't know if you guys know, but it's a medication to stop contractions. It calms down smooth muscle. So they gave me that, and as soon as they gave me that, I calmed down, and I haven't had any problems since. And I've seen my doctor many times after that already, like twice. And they've monitored me then, and they just say that it's regular contractions that you have over 20 weeks. Some women contract all the time, but they're not every few minutes, and they're not regular contractions. They're definitely different. So when I did have the terbutaline, though, they were every 7 minutes, so those definitely needs to be stopped. So they actually gave me some terbutaline pills, and they let me monitor myself. Because I know how to monitor myself, just because I do work in the OB, so I know what to do when I do have those, and I just take a pill and I'm fine. So yeah, I kind of monitor myself. That's why I wanted to go back to work today, and I go back Friday and Saturday, and I wanted to go back to see how I did, because this depends. Me going back to work depends on whether me and my husband stay in this small ass apartment or whether we get a house. So I really wanted to get the ball rolling because I'm due in February, and buying houses in a short process. So I really wanted to get everything going as soon as possible and see if I can even work. If I can't work, that's fine. We're just gonna have to stay in this apartment and suck it up until I can go back to work after the baby's born. But yeah, it would suck really bad because even then I would lose my insurance, our insurance. Through it would stop January 13th because of my benefits. So yeah, that would really, really suck. So I'm getting close to the end of time. I know they give you more minutes, or they give you more time now to do stuff, but excuse me, my computer's being really weird and it won't let me upload past 10 minutes. So it gives me this huge message if I do it. So I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to do a part 2. I'm sorry that I'm doing a part 2. I usually don't even go this long, but I haven't been on here for a while. So, okay, I'll see you guys in a minute.